please hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, as well as turn on your notifications so you won't miss when I upload a new video. With that said, let's get on with today's video. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are making a cute sublimation design shirt. This is just a glimpse of the design here that I came up with in Canva. It says thick thighs and sweet potato pies. And I also made one for my pumpkin loving people, but I'm not gonna make that one today. Here is my printed design. This is on A-Sub 13 by 19 paper. I printed both the design and I just printed one paper full of the design itself, and I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half and cut it in half so that I can use it, because today I will be doing the tie-dye sublimation method on this shirt, and I'm going to use one half for the front and one half for the back. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, keep on watching. Now for my main design, I'm just going to go ahead and rip around the design as normal. I wanted this design to be big, so I made it pretty big, but I still wanted the edge to be the leopard print, so I'm gonna just rip around there. No rhyme or reason to the way I'm doing it, because I want it to look kind of, you know, random. So that's what I'm doing. I apologize about any of it that is off camera or out of focus. It's really hard trying to make sure you're in focus, or make sure you're in camera frame, and also try to, you know, rip these designs or do certain parts of it. So I apologize, but yeah, I got it ripped, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my shirt out so that I can get it prepped. And like I said, we are doing the tie-dye method this time. So I'm gonna get my shirt out, and the shirt I'll be using this time is a Jersey's 21M. Like I said, it's not my favorite type of shirt. It's a little thinner than the Cricut brand. I still prefer the Cricut brand. It's my favorite, but this one works just fine. I had actually had a few that had some spots on them that came like that from Jiffy shirts, so this is just one of those, and I'm just going to use those to practice on. So the first thing I'm going to do is place my design where I want it on the shirt, and I'm going to kind of tape around it so that I'll know where I want to pull in when I am scrunching the shirt, so that I won't get any of the leopard print on that part until I'm ready to put this design down. And that'll make more sense when you see me doing it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just taping like outside the area, making sure it's enough room for my entire design to fit, but not taping it down to the paper yet, because I'm actually going to do the main design last. So yeah, I'm just taping around it, and I'll remove that and start to scrunch the shirt next. The most important part about scrunching the shirt up when you're trying to keep your section open in the front is just making sure that you kind of enclose those parts inside the shirt before you scrunch it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. As you can see, like I literally like made I don't even know, a basket or something with those parts that I taped off. And so now, I apologize about the quick transition, but now I have my shirt all scrunched, and I didn't do anything special. I just literally closed that part up that I didn't want, and you'll see me covering the tape pieces up as well. And then I'm going to just make a few more folds and all that, because the more folds and things that you have, the more of the leopard print tie-dye will show. And I'm going to take half of my print here, and I'm going to place it right over top. And it's very important to have butcher paper on the bottom as well as the top for any blowout, especially doing this, because the paper is not just touching whatever you're trying to press. So I'm going to put paper on the bottom, or I have paper on the bottom. I'm going to put paper on the top, and then I'm going to press it for 60 seconds. So once that is done, I'm gonna remove my butcher paper, and you can see there it has some spots on it, so you cannot reuse that, of course. So I'm gonna throw that, all of that away, all of that butcher paper, and I'm literally just going to flip my shirt over as carefully as I can, and so I can do the back of it. On the Cricut shirt, when I did this this technique, none of the design from the front of the shirt or from the back of the shirt leaked through when I flipped it over to do it. On this shirt, this jersey shirt, which is a little thinner, I did notice a couple of spots where some of the pattern leaked through or seeped through to the front of the shirt when I was pressing the back of it. So it could just be that this shirt is a little thinner. I don't know, but I still prefer Cricut brand, and I know a lot of people say they're expensive. Whenever I can catch them on sale, I buy those because I do like those. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and press this again at 60 seconds. And once that is done, I'll take it off and I will undo the shirt to show you the leopard print on it. And again, throw away these butcher papers because you cannot reuse them. So now that the design is ready, or the shirt has been pressed both front and back with just the design, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and get ready to press on the main design. Now the first thing I have to do is remove all those pieces of yellow tape that I put to mark my border. And once I do that, I'll lay the shirt out flat so that I can get ready to press on the main design. See, if you see here on that part, I have just exactly the amount of space that I need to put my design. And honestly, on these shirts, it doesn't necessarily have to be directly centered, and you won't really be able to tell the difference just because of the leopard print and the tie-dye effect. But I was centering my wording, so it might look a little off to you, but I was centering my wording. I can still kind of see through the paper. Once I do that, I'm going to tape it down. As far as the leopard print on this shirt, I felt like I would have liked a few more spaces, especially on the front of the tie-dye pieces. So next time I know to maybe go back and just add a few more, or scrunch a little bit differently or less tight so that I can get a few more bigger patches of the leopard print. So right now what I'm doing is sliding a piece of butcher paper in between because I did not do that. And like I said, you can see right there at the top of the design, it was a little bit of the shirt design bleeding through from the back, and I didn't like that look. So I definitely didn't want my front design to bleed through to the back. So I went ahead and added that butcher paper. You're going to want to make sure to have a piece covering your entire press of butcher paper on the bottom, and a piece to cover any part of your shirt that is going to be exposed to the heat press, covering that as well with a fresh piece of paper on the top too, because even the pieces that you have, even the parts of the shirt that you have already pressed will still transfer ink to your press. So I'm gonna press that design on there for 60 seconds, and I had to adjust my pressure a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna press that for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to take it off and we will do the final reveal. So now that it is done, let's go ahead and peel it off and see if our colors are popping. Oh yes, and one thing I can say about these colors, they are the exact colors that I wanted because I used my color chart that I had heat pressed a while back. I just got a piece of polyester fabric and a color chart, and I pressed it. So now I always reference it when I'm creating designs so that I get the colors that I want. And when I tell you this orange and yellow popped, it popped, and it's so pretty and bright. So like I said, I felt like I needed a few more pieces of leopard print, especially right there on the sleeve. The front as a whole could have used a few more sections, but I just did this part right here. I'm just gonna scrunch that part of the sleeve up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just add this extra piece of print from when I ripped my main design, and I'm gonna press that on there too. Same thing, cover up your entire shirt. Any part that'll be exposed to the heat press, cover it up with new butcher paper, and then press again for 60 seconds. And that's what I did. And if I didn't say before, I'm pressing at my heat press hovers around 400, between like 395 and 400. But there you go. That little section got a little more leopard print, and then I'm just gonna shake it out. Now, when you do this tie-dye effect, it does leave wrinkles in the shirt. I could have went through and just like pressed the whole shirt again, but I didn't feel like doing that because, you know, laziness. So instead, I just am going to throw it in the dryer later to get a couple of those wrinkles out. And eventually they do fall out, or they do come out, but by you scrunching the shirt up and pressing it, it just puts them in there kind of deep. So, but here's the shirt. Here's the finished shirt. I love it. I cannot wait to wear it. I think it's so bright and pretty. And like I said, I just made this for us sweet potato loving people. You know, I know it's a lot of people out there that love that pumpkin and pumpkin spice life. I am not one of those people, you guys. I love everything sweet potato pies any day. I have never even had pumpkin, but I just don't think it's for me. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section if you all like this shirt, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.